I'm going to make a bold prediction right here on camera. When booking day opened on April 25th, Tengah Garden Residences is going to sell out over 70% of its unit in a single weekend. That's over 600 units gone in 48 hours. And I'm not guessing, I've run the numbers. Over 1,300 groups show up just for the first preview weekend. By the time the full preview window closes, the developer will likely be on track to collect 1,500 to 1,800 checks. Apply a standard launch day conversion rate and the math push you up comfortably past 70% on the take-up for day one. This kind of demand doesn't lie. But here's the real question. Should you be one of those buyers? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jay, and today we are doing a full deep dive on Tengah Garden Residences. I'm going to cover the full Tengah master plan story and why this town is genuinely different, the secret land cost advantage, the exact unit mix and what floor plan actually looks like, the Lentor mansion comparison and the real numbers behind it, the 4 mega catalysts that could supercharge long-term value, the risk of buying into Tengah Garden Residences and who should buy and who should wait, and my honest final verdict. In real estate, you generally have two choices: wait for absolute certainty and pay top dollars, or position yourself early for profit. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which choice is right for you. But before we talk about the project itself, you need to understand the market environment this launch is dropping into. Because the same project, launched in 2020, will be a completely different story than launching it today in April 2026. So let's set the table. Here's the state of play in 2026. The panic buying of 2022 and 2023 have cooled. The cooling measure worked. Today's market is more balanced and more deliberate. Across all the new launches expected this year, about 65% will be in the outside central region, the HDB markets with family-sized home in areas like Tengah, Tampines and Bayshore. And here's the number that should make every HDB upgraders in the West sit up and pay attention. Revel, the latest EC at Tampines, launched at an average price of 1,893 per square feet. Tengah Garden Residences, on the other hand, is a private condo and the indicative launch prices starts from 1,779 per square feet. Yes, you heard that right. An EC with all its restriction, income ceiling and MOP lock-in launched at a higher per square feet than this private condo. This isn't just a marketing headline. In April 2026 in Tengah, the gap have essentially disappeared. That structural shift is what makes Tengah Garden Residences so interesting, and we'll come back to it with all the hard data later. But the price gap is only the surface story. Underneath it sits something much bigger, a town that has been quietly built from scratch by the Singapore government. And if you don't understand what Tengah actually is, you cannot properly value what you're paying for. So let's go there next. Tengah is Singapore's newest master plan town. It sits in the western region, bordered by Choa Chu Kang, Bukit Batok and Jurong. The total size is nearly 700 hectares, and for perspective, it is roughly the size of Bishan. But what makes Tengah fundamentally different from every HDB estate that comes before it? It is the philosophy behind its design. It was built to showcase Singapore's broader national goal, the transition from a garden city into a true city in nature. Tengah is Singapore's very first forest town. Let me break down exactly what this means. The first feature will be the forest corridor. Running through the heart of Tengah is a 5 km long, 100 meter wide forest corridor designed to connect the Western Water Catchment Reserve all the way to the Central Catchment Natural Reserve. The feature number 2 will be the underground roads. Tengah is the first estate where cars travel underground. The entire ground level is free up for pedestrians, cyclists and completely car-free town centre. The third feature will be this smart infrastructure from day one. Pneumatic waste collection, a centralized solar cooling, urban farms, and EV infrastructure baked into the town DNA. The fourth feature will be the Tengah Pond and the water network. Central to the garden district, where Tengah Garden Residences sits, is the Tengah Pond. This is a man-made water pond surrounded by a promenade park, designed for jogging, cycling, a gathering space, and a nature trail. Tengah Garden Residences front directly onto this pond, and selected units will have unobstructed Tengah Pond view. In landscape Singapore, waterfront views are rare and valuable. Lastly, Tengah is divided into 5 districts. The Tengah Garden Residences sits in the Garden District, the quieter, nature-focused residential enclave. The town centre will be in the Park District. The Plantation District connect residents to the town centre via the Plantation Farmway. Forest Hill and Brickland form the other residential zones. So where is the town at today? This is critical because you need to know what is exactly there now, not just what's planned. Over 14,000 HDB flats have been completed across 14 BTO projects. That is roughly 47% of the total planned public housing supply already built. The Tengah Community Club, which opened in March 2025, is also there. Plantation Plaza is also open with 75 shops, including Giant Supermarket, Kofu Food Court, a McDonald's, Daiso and Coffee Bean. Park Point also houses Fair Price, Paradise Food Court and a polyclinic. The Pioneer Primary School is also in Tengah. It is a 30 minutes walk from the Tengah Garden Residences site, and it offers the post-GEP program. Kranji Primary School is relocating to Tengah in 2028. ACS Primary is also relocating to Tengah in 2030. The United World College plans to move its Dover campus to Tengah in 2032. Tengah General and Community Hospital, which is also a 10 minutes walk from the site, is expected to complete in early 2030s. Tongkar MRT station in the Jurong region line is scheduled to open in mid-2028. That's the town. Now look at who is building this project and what they have delivered before, and most importantly, the secret hiding in the land cost. There are 3 developers behind this project. First, Hong Leong Holding is the lead developer, project managing the execution and bringing the proven build quality behind luxurious names like Martin Modern and the Avenia. Second, Guaco Land, which specializes in integrated mixed-use project, bringing the exact same playbook they have successfully executed at Lentor. They know how to pioneer a brand new town. Finally, CSC Land brings the construction muscle. Their parent company built the homes of 1 in 25 people in Singapore, developing the skills and green expertise needed for this BCA Platinum Eco Town. Now, let's talk about the most important numbers for your investment, the land cost. In January 2025, this consortium submitted the winning bid of 675 million or 821 per square feet per plot ratio. They beat 2 other bidders, and here's a detail almost no one mentioned. The winning bid exceeded the second highest offer by just 0.7%. That means that there was no overbidding. Here's the critical context. 821 per square feet per plot ratio is among the lowest land cost of any OCR government land sales site in the 2024 to 2025 cycle. Other OCR sites in the same period were bidding well above 1,000 per square feet per plot ratio. For comparison, even the easy plot in Tengah, which comes with a subsidized land pricing, went for about 700 per square feet per plot ratio. Think about that. The Tengah Garden Residences land were bid only slightly above the EC land rates, yet the product being built is fully private. This matters for one specific reason. When a developer overpaid for land, they have to price unit aggressively to cover their margin. That eats into your capital appreciation. And here that problem doesn't exist. The developer have genuine pricing headroom. They can price attractively and still keep the healthy margin. For buyers, that translates into upside potential. This might be one of the most powerful ways to understand Tengah opportunity. Lentor Modern was launched by Guaco Land in September 2022. It was the first private condo in the entirely new Lentor Hill estate, a precinct that, like Tengah, have no prior private developments. It was positioned as the gateway development, the first project bringing retail, MRT connectivity, and daily convenience into the brand new estate. Sounds familiar? At launch in September 2022, the average transacted price was approximately 2,000 per square feet. Now, fast forward to today, in April 2026, resale transaction over the past 12 months ranges from 2,147 per square feet to 2,582 per square feet. The average over that period is approximately 2,382 per square feet. the highest recorded transaction, which is a 732 square feet unit transacted in December 2025 at 2,582 per square feet. So what does that mean in dollars? A buyer who purchased a standard 990 square feet 3-bedroom unit at launch for around 2,000 per square feet pay approximately 1.98 million. That same unit today is worth approximately 2.4 million based on recent comparable transaction. That's a paper gain of roughly 400,000 in under 4 years. And here's the part that should really get your attention. Every launch after Lentor Modern doesn't come in cheaper, they came in higher. The Lentor Hill Residences around 2,080 per square feet, the Lentor Mansion from about 2,100 per square feet, the Lentor Central Residences around 2,200 per square feet, and it becomes one of the best seller projects in 2025. Demand doesn't drop. These projects are essentially all sold out today. That's the compounding effect of being the first mover in a new estate. Now, I want to be very clear and honest with you. The comparison to Tengah is not identical. Lentor is in District 26, closer to established area like Upper Thomson with stronger existing infrastructure and school catchment. Tengah, on the other hand, is in District 24, is located in the far west, and it is a true greenfield town, much less mature today. So don't expect the same short-term upside. But structurally, the story is very similar. The first private condo in a new estate, backed by major developers like Guaco Land and Hong Leong, the integrated mixed-use concept, the MRT connectivity, and the strong HDB upgraders demand forming. And this is the key takeaway. The buyers who went into Lentor Modern earlier secured the lowest entry price in the entire estate. Every buyer who came after pay more. In a new estate, there is only one first mover. For Tengah Garden Residences is the first mover. Quick pause here, because I know some of you are already thinking, can this actually work for me? If that thought is in your head, let me just share this. The biggest mistake I see HDB upgraders make at this stage is trying to run the numbers on their own. Because it's not just about affordability, it's your CPF refund, your outstanding loan, your TDSR, your timeline. All these things tie together when you make the move. So if you're serious about exploring this, I'm happy to help you run through the numbers properly. No obligation, just a clear breakdown based on your actual situation. Just WhatsApp me at the number on the screen or check the link in the description below. Alright, back to the analysis. Because the next part is where it gets really interesting. We have seen first mover advantage play out before, but the real question is, why do I think Tengah can play out even stronger than just a typical first mover story? Because this time, there are 4 very specific catalysts. These are not guesses, not maybe will happen. These are all confirmed, government-backed, already scheduled plan, and they are all converging almost at the same time. First, the MRT, the Jurong region line, a brand new line, and for Tengah Garden Residences, we are not talking about near MRT. We are talking about directly sheltered access to Hong Kah Station. The JRL is Singapore's newest MRT line. Phase 1, which includes Hong Kah, is currently estimated to operate from mid-2028. When fully operational, it will connect Tengah residents through the Western Corridor into Jurong East. This is where you connect to the East-West line and the North-South line for access to the rest of Singapore. But here's the deeper story. The Jurong region line isn't just a commuter line. It is the key transport link into Jurong Lake District, Singapore's largest business district outside the city centre. This is part of the long-term government plan to shift job, lifestyle and infrastructure into the West. We are talking about 100 billion in planned public and private investment, around 100,000 new jobs, and a fully integrated live, work and play district. You are not just buying into a new town, you are buying into the transformation of an entire Western Corridor where jobs, transport and population are all moving in the same direction. Historically, when this kind of transformation happen, the area benefit the most. Tengah sit in a very interesting position, close enough to benefit from the Jurong growth, but still early in their own development cycle. That gap between where it is today and what the West is becoming, that's where the upside is. If you live in Singapore, you will know primary school proximity is one of the most powerful price driver in the entire property market. Now imagine this, ACS Primary, one of the Singapore's most sought after primary school, is relocating to Tengah by 2030. That's the same year when Tengah Garden Residences TOP. And two key facts. The first one, ACS Primary will be a mixed school at the new campus. It will accept girls for the first time, and that effectively double the demand pool for this school. Secondly, the timeline aligns perfectly. You buy in April 2026, the condo complete around Q4 in 2029, ACS open its doors in Tengah in 2030. If you have a child born in 2024, they will be reaching primary 1 age right as ACS open. Perfect timing for family buyers, and for investor, being within the ACS catchment create a pricing node. Resale demand stays sticky regardless of the market condition. Schools take care of long-term family demand, but the next catalyst is even more interesting because it creates a natural demand for people who is already living in the same town. HDB have 30,000 public housing units planned for Tengah, part of the overall 42,000 homes master plan. The first batch of Tengah BTO flats started competing in 2023 to 2024. That means the first batch of Tengah HDB owners will hit their 5 years minimum occupation period around 2028 to 2030, right when Tengah Garden Residences is competing. Think about what will happen when 30,000 HDB households start to reach MOP. They have already built up the equity, they love the town, they choose to live there, they have built community there, but now they want condo living. They want the pool, the gym, the lifestyle upgrade, and they want to stay in their estate. As of today, Tengah Garden Residences is the only private condo in the entire town. When that upgraders wave hit around 2030, there is exactly one destination in their own estate for the private property. The demand is real and the supply is limited. Here's the data. Tengah have approximately 14,000 BTO flat launched versus only around 2,492 private and EC unit in total. That's an upgrade demand to competing supply density of around 11%. Punggol was approximately 14% at a similar stage. Compare this to a matured estate like Tampines, which have a much higher density of condo per HDB flats, and Tengah competitive environment for private property looks significantly more favorable. One more critical detail, these are all standard BTO in Tengah, not plus or prime BTOs, which carry extra resale restriction and clawback obligation. Standard BTO sellers have full flexibility in who they can sell and how they finance their upgrade. That broadens the pool of upgraders who can move into Tengah Garden Residences. The upgrader wave is the buyer's demand story. The fourth catalyst is the job story, and jobs ultimately are what creates rental demand and long-term price stability. Tengah's story isn't just about a new town, it is about where the jobs are being created. First, Jurong Lake District. It will be Singapore's largest business district outside the CBD, and it is planned to be the second CBD, with grade A offices, retail, lifestyle, and even entertainment nodes, all concentrated in one region. And Tengah, they will have a direct connection via the JRL. Second, the Jurong Innovation District, Singapore hub for advanced manufacturing and deep tech, anchored by NTU. Manufacturers, tech firms, and research institutions all cluster in one place. So if someone is working in the Jurong Innovation District, where were the most natural place to live? Tengah. Now, here's the part most buyers miss. These two hubs doesn't just bring convenience, they create employment-driven demand, not hype, not speculation. Real people, real job, real rental demands. And these demands grow as the district matures. So we have covered the big picture, the town, the positioning, the catalyst. Now the real question is, what are you actually getting when you commit? Let me break down the units, layout, and which tax actually makes sense. The 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom together represent roughly 60% of this project. Only 6 1-bedroom units exist out of the 863. This is definitely a decisive statement by the developer. This project is for family and owner state. That is a good sign for a community that needs to mature into something livable. The standout 2-bedroom across the entire development is the 743 square feet premium layout. Like the other, it features the highly efficient dumbbell design, master bedroom on one end, second bedroom on the other, meaning maximum privacy and zero wasted corridor space. But the real game changer is the dedicated study. For modern hybrid working couples, a home office is a must-have. When it comes to a 3-bedder, the absolute gold standard for family upgraders are the premium layout. The developers actually understood the assignment here. While most modern condos strip off functional space to artificially inflate the living room, this premium unit gives you the family essential: an enclosed kitchen, a dedicated laundry yard, and a household shelter paired with a WC. If your family actually cooks, that enclosed kitchen is definitely good to have to keep the smell contained. The yard means that your laundry isn't hanging in your living space. But here's the real strategic advantage: that household shelter gives you the option. You can use it for your storage needs, or it can comfortably house a helper. Even if you don't have one now, you are perfectly set up if you plan to hire a stay-in helper down the road. This layout isn't just about square footage. It is a highly efficient living environment packed with practical essentials. At 1.588 million entry, the 3-bedder is the sweet spot for HDB upgraders. The 4-bedroom was the most impressive in person. You can fit a king-size bed with bedside table on both sides and still have the room to walk around. In Singapore property terms, that's actually rare in a new launch. Many master bedroom in similarly priced development can only fit a queen size with one side table. The blocks are oriented north-south, which help minimize the harsh west sun and maximize the natural cross ventilation. The south-facing stack overlooks the Tengah Pond and the plantation farmway, offering unblocked waterfront and greenery view. North-facing stacks are positioned towards the future town centre and the school catchment, so you are closer to the long-term convenience and demand. If you want a more detailed stack-by-stack breakdown, I do provide personalized analysis. Every buyer situation is different. Just WhatsApp or give me a call. Tengah Garden Residences also includes approximately 32,000 square feet of retail space on the first floor, the commercial podium. Until the town reached the full maturity, having a supermarket, F&B and essential services built into your own development means you don't need to drive 15 minutes to jam for your daily needs. Historically, integrated mixed-use condos in Singapore trade at approximately 15 to 20% premium over equivalent pure residential condos in the resale market. Think of Bedok Residences, the Centuries, Helion Residences. All these convenient factors get priced in at resale consistently over time, and Tengah Garden Residences carry this premium built in from day one. Every unit also comes with smart features, and the development have achieved BCA Green Mark Platinum Super Low Energy certification, the single highest green building rating in Singapore. So that's the product: solid layout, smart unit mix, BCA Platinum certification, genuine waterfront view for the right stack, a 32,000 square feet retail podium that solved the immediate amenities problem. Now, we need to put a price on all of this and put it into context, because 1,779 per square feet in isolation means nothing. Comparing 1,779 per square feet to what is actually happening in the OCR market right now, that tells you a story. Let's talk pricing. A 2-bedroom starts from 1.11 million, or approximately 1,779 per square feet. A 3-bedder starts from 1.588 million, or approximately 1,993 per square feet. Tengah Garden Residences at 1,779 per square feet entry is a premium of approximately $76 per square feet over Copen Grand EC recent transaction. For less than $100 per square feet more, you get all the perks of a private condo, like renting out fully from day one, no MOP wait out for selling, and foreigners can buy. You also get a newer build with more modern finishes, a superior smart home system, and a condo with a commercial podium. The historic premium between private condo and EC used to be 20 to 30%. Today in Tengah, it is less than 5%. That is the tightest gap you will see in this market. Compared to the 2026 OCR market at 1,779 per square feet entry, Tengah Garden Residences is coming in significantly below comparable OCR new launches that have also the MRT access. The price difference versus Pioneer Residences alone is nearly 600 per square feet. On a 797 square feet 3-bedder, that's a difference of approximately 470,000 in purchase price for a broadly similar private condo features. You are paying a discount for Tengah current immaturity. As the town mature, that discount narrows. I promise you an honest review, so let me be straight about the risks. I think they are manageable, but they are real and you need to know them. Risk number 1, a developing neighborhood. If you move into Tengah Garden Residences at TOP in 2029, you'll be living in a developing neighborhood. Yes, Plantation Plaza is open. Yes, Park Point have FairPrice and a polyclinic, but the full lifestyle ecosystem might still need another 5 to 8 years. Be honest with yourself whether your lifestyle can handle a transitional environment. Risk number 2, the EC competition. When Copen Grand EC hit its MOP in 2030, it became privatized and go on the resale market. Their cost basis is dramatically lower than Tengah Garden Residences. When your Tengah Garden Residences unit is available for resale, it will be competing against Copen Grand unit. Novo Place EC and Octo Place EC will also be hitting their MOP in the early to mid 2030s, adding to the supply picture. This is not a deal breaker, but it means that your holding horizon need to be at least 5 to 10 years from TOP to let the Jurong region line, the Jurong Lake district, and also the town majority to be fully priced into your property. Risk number 3, the Jurong region line and the infrastructure delay. Hongga MRT is currently estimated to operate in mid-2028. And I should be transparent here, that is already a delayed timeline. The original target was end 2027, but in March 2026, the LTA confirmed a 6-month push. Infrastructure projects in Singapore have a strong track record of on-time delivery, but delay do happen. They happen with the downtown line. It also happens with part of the Thomson East Coast line. If the JRL is delayed by another 12 to 18 months, your daily commute will suffer. You or your tenant will be spending significantly more time on feeder buses just to connect to the rest of the island. You should seriously consider buying if you are a HDB upgrader in the west, like say in Bukit Batok, Choa Chu Kang, Jurong or Bukit Panjang area, and you want to stay in a familiar area. This is your natural upgrade destination. You have a 10 years holding horizon and you believe in Singapore Western transformation story. You are betting on Singapore Master Plan, which have an exceptionally good track record. You have children approaching primary school age by 2030 and you want a shot at ACS catchment, or you simply want to be in a family-friendly, school-dense environment. You missed the EC boat because your household income exceeded 16,000 per month and you want the closest thing to EC value in a private property. You are an investor who understands that HDB upgraders reaching MOP from 2030 onwards will create a natural demand for private condos like Tengah Garden Residences. You should wait or look elsewhere if you need a matured estate today. If that's what you want from day one, look at resale condos in Bukit Batok, Clementi or Jurong East instead. You are a short-term investor. You need a minimum of 5 to 7 years of holding horizon from TOP, ideally 8 to 10 years for the full value story to play out. You are a foreigner who needs to weigh the 60% ABSD. At 1.588 million for a 3-bedder, the ABSD alone is approximately 952,000. That number rarely works out at that level unless you have a very specific long-term Singapore plan. If you are watching this and you genuinely don't know which side of the line you fall on, that's actually the most common situation I see. And honestly, that's where having a conversation with a property agent actually helps you. Whether you want to run your numbers properly, get a personalized step-by-step shortlist, tour the show flat before booking day, or just have a no-pressure chat to figure out if this is even the right move for you, do WhatsApp me at 8468-8484. There's no obligation, no fee, and the conversation is genuinely free. Now, let's wrap this up with my final verdict. Tengah Garden Residences is not a perfect property. No investment is, but here's what it is. It is Singapore's first private condo in a government-designed, government-funded 700 hectares forest town. It is built by one of the strongest developer consortium you can ask for. It is priced at one of the most competitive per square feet level for a private MRT integrated development in 2026. It sits on a land acquired at a price that gives buyer genuine appreciation headroom, and it has 4 major government-backed catalysts: the Jurong Region Line, the ACS Premier, the Jurong Lake District, and the HDB upgraders. And it has something no other private condo in Tengah will ever have again: first mover status. When all subsequent private launches in Tengah happen, and they will be bidding for a land at a higher prices in a more established market, benchmarking against what Tengah Garden Residences established. That's the Lentor story. That's consistently how new estate pricing works in Singapore. For buyers with the right holding horizon, the right financial profile, and a genuine connection to the western side, this is a serious opportunity. If this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe. It definitely helps me reach out more buyers and home seekers who need real advice. But most importantly, let's talk if you are seriously considering Tengah Garden Residences or need any property advice in Singapore right now. Do drop your question in the comments too. I will read and reply to every single one. I'll see you in the next one.